The Gun Devil killed 1.2 million people in 5 minutes, and it is not even close to the top of this list. Chainsaw Man is officially over. The manga ended, the timeline was reset, and that means for the first time ever, we can rank every devil with the full story on the table. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the strongest devil in existence never threw a single punch, and why number 1 is not who you think. Rank 10. The Hell Devil, the doorway itself. A giant hand with 6 fingers that reaches out of a door in the sky and drags anything it touches straight to hell. Santa Claus paid 3 children and one of her own bodies just to borrow that power. An entire squad of devil hunters cut their own throats to summon it against Chainsaw Man. And here's the receipt for why it sits at 10. It was dismembered before it could even attack. A living elevator to hell, devastating power, 0 fighting skill. Rank 9. The Gun Devil, the 1300-kilometer massacre. The moment it appeared, it killed 1.2 million people across the world in 5 minutes. It moves so fast its own flesh burns off its body. The President of the United States sacrificed 1 year from the lifespan of every American citizen just to aim it at one woman. And here's the terrifying part. That was only 20% of its body. The rest was scattered across the world's governments like nuclear stockpile, a walking extinction event, and it still lost. Because the woman it was aimed at doesn't die like the rest of us. Rank 8. Yoru, the War Devil, a horseman of the apocalypse running on fumes. Anything she owns, she turns into a weapon. A spinal cord sword, a tie, an aquarium. She turned the Statue of Liberty itself into a weapon that critically damaged the Chainsaw Devil, and the price was just the index fingers of 40,000 gun club members. So why only rank 8? Because Chainsaw Man ate part of her, and the world forgot what war even feels like. She's a fraction of her true self. At full power, her older sister said Yoru could create something worse than the apocalypse itself, a never-ending World War II. Pray she stays hungry. Rank 7. Makima, the Control Devil. The scariest smile in manga history. Anyone she considers beneath her, she controls completely, and she considers almost everyone beneath her. Her contract with the Prime Minister of Japan meant every fatal attack on her was transferred to a random Japanese citizen. She was killed 26 times and kept walking. She crushed the Gun Devil, pinned Chainsaw Man with a spear blessed by 1,000 years of martyrs, and every country on Earth simply gave up fighting her. The only reason she isn't top 3, she needed the entire world's adoration stacked on her side just to weaken one devil. And even then, she lost. Rank 6. The Falling Devil, the primal fear of falling. This is where the list stops being about monsters and starts being about laws of nature. Humanity has no weapon that can kill a primal fear, she said it herself. Her arrival caused earthquakes and gravity anomalies detected across the planet. She doesn't just drop buildings, she makes your mind fall, dragging every trauma you've buried to the surface until you dive into hell voluntarily. Denji ate her. She reconstituted inside his body in 1 second and ripped him apart from within. You cannot kill falling. You can only hope it looks away. Rank 5. The Darkness Devil. The oldest fear humanity has. The dark. It announced itself with a parade of bisected astronauts, and the strongest hunters in the series died before they even saw it move. Quangxi, the first devil hunter, was sliced apart before anyone perceived an attack. Draw its hostility, and you simply die. A single piece of its flesh turned an ordinary assassin into a monster that nearly killed Denji. Makima hit it with everything. It healed instantly. Chainsaw Man never beat it. Nobody did. It just went back to hell, bored. Rank 4. The Aging Devil, the fear you can't outrun because it's already inside you. While every devil on this list kills you fast, aging kills you guaranteed. It traps its victims in aging's world, a dimension where decades pass in what feels like hours. And here's the feat that earns rank 4. It overwhelmed the Chainsaw Devil, the devil that devils fear, with a single punch. It stopped a bullet from Yoru's strongest weapon, a weapon designed to hurt Chainsaw Man himself, like it was catching a fly. The scariest part? It doesn't even care about winning. It offered its own life just to push humanity's thinking forward, a god playing chess while everyone else plays checkers.
Rank 3. Fami, the Famine Devil, the horseman nobody saw coming. She never throws a punch, and that's exactly the point. Her power is enslavement. Any devil she touches becomes her pawn. And her collection includes the Falling Devil. Yes, the unkillable primal fear from rank 6 obeys her completely. The Fire Devil, the Guillotine Devil, An army of nightmares in her pocket, shrunk into tiny figurines she carries around. She teleports anywhere, raises the dead into empowered monsters, and spent the entire final saga moving every faction like chess pieces. The girl quietly eating parfaits in the corner was collecting gods. That's rank 3. Rank 2. Pochita, the Chainsaw Devil. The devil that devils fear the most. Every devil in this ranking gets stronger when humanity fears it. Pochita is the fear of devils themselves. His chainsaws don't just kill you, they erase you. Any devil he eats vanishes from existence. The concept, the memories, the word itself, gone. Nuclear weapons don't exist in this world anymore, because Pochita ate them. World War II? Ate it. He fought hordes of devils in hell, alone, unscathed. Makima, a horseman of the apocalypse, admitted she couldn't beat him without stacking the entire world's worship against him. And in the final chapter, he did the unthinkable. He used his erasure on himself and reset the entire world. So if he can literally delete concepts from reality, who on earth is above him? Rank 1. The Death Devil. The eldest horseman. The strongest devil in existence. And she never needed to prove it. Every fear on this list is a branch. Death is the root. Nostradamus called her the great king of terror, whose descent ends the human race. When she arrives, the other devils don't fight her. They kneel. And here's the detail that settles every debate. Her master plan was to artificially empower the War Devil and the Chainsaw Devil, the number 2 on this list, by reigniting global fear, just so that both of them combined might grow strong enough to rival her. The devil that erases concepts from reality was, to her, a project, an aspiring rival. Death doesn't fight the strongest devil in the world. Death builds one. For fun. And one last piece of lore. Pochita's stomach is a graveyard of erased concepts. Nuclear weapons, World War II, and names we will never know, because the world forgot them the moment he swallowed. Every devil Pochita erased, and what the world lost with them, that's a story for another video. So now the comment section decides. Question 1. Does aging over Makima actually hold, or did the primal fears get overhyped in the final arc? Question 2. If Death had actually fought, does she beat Pochita one-on-one, or does she get erased like everyone else? Drop your ranking below. Subscribe if you want the full breakdown of every devil Pochita ever erased. That one's already in production. See you in the next one.